So, Gael, with your family is Gael Camu. Gael Camu, living in Belgium, living in London, architect, designer, furniture designer, interior designer, and basta. So, Gael, she knows more or less what we are asking. We just explained.
Yes.
So we have 3 questions. What is design for you, Gael?
Design for me is an essential part of life. I see it as an extension of a human being, as a necessity, as a possibility that you give when you design something. You're giving people the possibility of living the way they need to live, or at least giving them that opportunities to see how they could live in a better way, in a more functional way, in a more intelligent way, in a more playful way, and how you can, and for us designers, it is an occasion to create an extension of their own bodies or their own minds more often. How can I say? You're giving them a space or an object, be it a piece of furniture, something that will mean that they will live in a more suitable way. It's essential. I don't see how you could, in a way, live without design. I see design as part of life. It's how you breathe. It's how you think. It's got to do with modern life very much.
So it's an improvement.
Yes.
From normality.
Yes.
To a level
and
which
a
is more special.
A necessity.
Yes. To a more special standard, let's say.
Yeah.
Not a normal life, but an upgraded life because of the.
That's right.
Yeah. And when you think about an object, or about, you can say an object, or you can say, what is something if you think about design, you think about something which is material or something immaterial?
I think it can be either. I think it can be it can be a dream, it can be
but
a wish.
If I ask you now, I mean, what do you think? You have an object that you love, and is in a way symbolizing what design is for you?
Oh, I have so many objects. I remember I actually I saw yesterday as I came out of the Triennale, I went to see that little cabin of Le Corbusier, which I like very much, which is Le Cabanon, which for me is a minuscule embodiment of what the minimum necessary to live is, and how good it can be, and how exactly tailored it can be to your own self. And that for me is a successful.
Is the one in Cap Martin, no? The one
in Roquebrune, below Eileen Gray's house. Yeah.
And the other question is, and there is something that you miss that you'd like to have that
I'd like to have a house in the forest, above the forest, a tower with trees on top. So you can hear the noise of the leaves in the trees, and you can have trees where they are not meant to be, which is on top of a house, so your house ends in a terrace.
And you're looking for the place already, or just a dream?
I draw it.
You draw it. That's the house you told me.
Yeah. No, that's another one. Yeah.
About Milano, what's your feeling about Milano?
I don't know Milano well enough to have a proper feeling, but I'm discovering every year a little more my way, and I can see that Milano is changing. I can see that it's not just being cleaned up, but its design is invading the city, and it's making it breathe, and all the exhibitions that are happening around the Salone, outside the Salone, are important, because for us they're directing us outside this huge fair, which is a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
Otherwise, as a temple of design, it's a little intimidating when you're coming from the outside and you feel you're going to be stuck, in a space. So I love going to all these places outside the town. But the city itself is difficult for me to have a proper, relationship with it. I don't know it well enough. But in London, if you ask me about London, I would say that if I want to change something in London today, I want to get rid of property developers. Out. They need to be out of the way, because they are building without architects, and that is criminal. They have changed, entire areas of the city which were docklands, most romantic places, in a huge town which have become, a no man's land where nobody wants to go, nobody wants to live, and it's for people that you don't know who buys them, why there is that necessity.
Very interesting. Yes, it's a big problem of the old big city in the world today. So, Gael, thank you very much. We appreciate very much your answers.